no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to LV, I'm a Raider.
Raiders Mailbag coming at you here from Mitchell Renz, and you are watching the Raiders Report. Use hashtag Raiders, or you can go ahead and super chat during our live Tuesday shows. This first one's coming in from JT Douglas. Appreciate you, dude. Everyone chill on Leatherwood, 3-year starter for Bama, who become a captain and with the best lineman awards, not rattle at the next level. I'll say this. I don't always look at the best lineman award or the best this award, 3-year starter. It's kind of, Alex Leatherwood reminds me a lot of Cleveland Furrow, where people talked about awards, people talked about this and that, and I don't know if Clee is ever going to live up to the number 4 overall pick, but I do think people need to pump the brakes a little bit on Alex Leatherwood, and he might not ever be a top 10 tackle because I don't actually think he has the athletic ability to be a top 10 tackle in the league, but I do think he's going to be somebody that the Raiders rely upon for the next 7-8 years, and being a solid right tackle, and that has a lot of value in the National Football League. Let's go to Can't Walk. What's up, my brother? Do you and your girlfriend have a bet for the Raiders versus Cowboys game? Oh, yeah. We got a big-time bet. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say it on the show, or else I might get the show deleted. But, yes, we have a bet. If you know, you know. All right, let's go to Ignacio. What's up, man? If we trade for Julio and Aaron, we have enough cap. You can make cap work, right? You can make cap work in terms of being able to move some money around. I mean, I think the Chiefs have done a great job with that. The Saints have done a great job with that. You might have to, switch up some guarantees so guys can get a little bit more money here and there. The issue is this. What draft picks are you going to give up? Because you're giving up a lot for Aaron. You'd also give up a lot for Julio. I personally wouldn't go this route, going out and get both of those guys, but I think the guy who's more likely to be a Raider is Julio Jones than Aaron Rodgers. We got Julio Cesar Perez. What's up, man? Name someone you think will get cut, Mitch. All right, we've actually done these before, and I've been right a few times. So I guess the name I'm going to go with here, if I can't go with Jalen Richard, and again, maybe he's already been cut by the time y'all are watching this, Nevin Lawson. Nevin Lawson's going to be the name I rock and roll with here, because when you look at a lot of the names in terms of the players that they have already gone out and drafted or they've gone out and signed, this guy Lawson was not a player that was very excited. They ended up bringing back. Going to be suspended the first 2 weeks of the season. I get that they like him as a veteran, but if you're really trying to speak culture, Gruden, and you're really trying to do the right things for some of these younger guys, and Mayock going out there and saying earlier this week that, hey, we want some of these younger guys to grow up. One of the reasons why we went out and signed Hayward is to be a good role model. I mean, no disrespect to Nevin Lawson. I don't know him personally, but if you're getting suspended more than once for PEDs, that's not a good role model to me. That's not what I want for a younger football team. I don't think that's setting a good example at all. So move on from them, save the money, and invest it somewhere else. But let me know. Why for yes and for no? Should the Raiders cut Nevin Lawson? This is an easy yes for me. If he was a outstanding football player, I get it. He had to play a big role for us last year. We're also the worst secondary in the National Football League last year. This dude got burnt more than toast. I mean, he's just not a good player. With two games he's missing, everyone, type yes. It's not a guy that I want. And if the Raiders do cut Nevin Lawson, we'll make a video about it. If the Raiders cut, realistically, any big-name player, we're going to be breaking it down for y'all here on the Raiders Report. And once the offseason hits, I mean, sometimes we look for content. So if they go out and they cut some random Joe Schmo, we're going to go live here. Raiders have cut Joe Schmo. So hit that big red button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. Let's go to Gregory Vasquez. Much love. Appreciate the super. How does this sound? Jalen Richard and Jonathan Abram and a second-round pick for Julio Jones. I mean, if I'm being realistic with you, if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, I don't really know if I want to bring on Abram. Now, I would do that in a heartbeat, personally, because I think that you can get Julio for just a second-round pick if you go back to the report from Peter King. The other issue is this. If you trade Jonathan Abram, I don't know the exact number, but I believe the Raiders have to eat $7 million because he was a first-round pick. So you probably just move on from Richard. I would hang on to Abram. I actually think Abram's going to have a big year with the new Gus Bradley system in place and the fact that they moved Divine Diablo to a linebacker, a weak side linebacker. I think Abram's going to have a very good year this upcoming season. Let's go to Sacramento Living 916. Name a surprise cut candidate in the secondary. Okay, a surprise cut candidate, not Nevin Lawson because I already went that route. Let's go with Isaiah Johnson. And the reason why I say this is because earlier in the week, Mike Mayock kind of pointed the finger at a lot of these players saying, hey, y'all need to grow up, y'all need to get better, and that's why we went out and signed Casey Hayward. So for Isaiah Johnson, 6'2", 210 pounds, this is a player who's got a lot of athletic ability and coming out of Houston, but hasn't really been consistent. The other reason why I would say okay is because the Raiders kind of already went out and signed an Isaiah Johnson replacement in Rasul Douglas, who, look at the height and weight, very, very similar. Both 6'2", both 209 pounds. And Mike Mayock couldn't stop speaking about the ball skills that Douglas has, that he is really excited about what he could potentially bring to this defense. The other person I'm going to throw out there is Nate Hobbs. Now, do I think Isaiah Johnson is more talented than Nate Hobbs? Yes, I do. However, the Raiders, Mike Mayock, John Gruden, they have more invested right now, I believe, in Hobbs than they do Isaiah Johnson. But if you want a great athlete, Hobbs is no doubt a great athlete. Incredible pro combine numbers. But I still will say this. I would actually rather have somebody like Isaiah Johnson out there than Nate Hobbs. But hey, what do I know? All right, let's go to Christopher Leonard. Appreciate the super, my brother. Which Raiders go get Rodgers and Adams for Vegas? I mean, if they do that, the amount of draft capital they'd give up is ridiculous. The other reason why I'm actually a believer that the Raiders don't give up any of their first-round picks, not that the NFL won't let them, but if you're going to host a draft in Las Vegas and the Raiders don't have any first-round picks, that to me just doesn't seem 100% right. So if I'm Raiders, I'm going to hang on to that first-round pick. Let's go to Raider 1. First-round pick and Henry Ruggs for Adams. Not enough. No, it might be enough. The issue is, the Raiders are going to have to eat a lot of money on Ruggs' contract because it's probably going to be like, again, $8-9 million you're going to eat, plus a first-round pick for Adams. I personally would actually do that trade. If you could go out and get somebody like Davante, I'm totally on board for it. And to give up a first-round pick in Ruggs, like, I like Ruggs a lot, but if that's what you have to do to not give up 2 first-round picks, because, like, if the Seahawks got 2 first-round or gave up 2 first-round picks for somebody like Jamal Adams, I do think somebody like, Davante Adams could also be something like 2 first-round picks. And let's face it, Henry Ruggs is not worth a first-round pick at this current juncture if you were to trade him. It's kind of like the whole, car thing. As soon as you get a car, you drive it off the lot, it's not worth what you paid for it. That's basically how draft picks work when you trade them. All right, y'all, if you're looking for more content around the latest NFL news and rumors, we got 924 people watching this live show right now. I guarantee you, not all the people watching live are also subscribed to Chat Sports. So if you could, go check it out. I also go live there all the time. I make videos around that channel all the time as well. It's youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. And if you could help us get to 250,000 subs, we'd appreciate it. Just like we do free videos here, well, we also put out free videos every 3 hours on this channel. So more content. Also, we do NBA stuff, college football as well. If you're looking for just nonstop interactive coverage, it's at Chat Sports, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. This question's coming in from Henry Liberty. Who emerges to the next level, Ruggs or Edwards? Let me know in the comments. Type R for Ruggs, E for Edwards. I have faith that both of these players, you're going to see them be a little bit better. Ruggs has been able to put on some weight. If Edwards can stay healthy, he takes that next step. In terms of who do I think could be that true number 1 receiver, I have more faith in Bryan Edwards just because he's more built to be that true number 1 receiver. In terms of who could be a player that helps out the Raiders a lot more and doesn't always fill up the stat sheet, it is Henry Ruggs. But for the Raiders to be successful and take that next step as a franchise, you need to have both of your rookies really take that next step. So who's the wide receiver 1 out of both of these dudes? R for Ruggs, E for Edwards. The Raiders obviously want Ruggs. However, Mike Mayock also said that he had a round 1 grade on Bryan Edwards. So it is something to definitely think about. R for Ruggs, E for Edwards. $20 super for my man Jose Delgado. Mitch, Raiders, give your opinion. Why Raiders just focus on what we got now and build around what Green Bay going to give us next season and build around that. Love the show. 10-7 is my prediction for next season. I think 10-7 is a good prediction. I think it's a safe one as well. I know the over-under, according to Vegas, is like 7 wins. I'll take the over on that. But why Raiders just focus on what we got now? So I'm not 100% sure what you're saying kind of in the middle part here. But if you're saying, like, why don't the Raiders just focus on, like, the players they have now instead of all these trade rumors, then I'm simply going to say I think the Raiders are actually focusing on the players that they have now. And I think they've done a very good job speaking on that. The issue is this. If you can get better at any position, you got to go ahead and try to do so. Let's go to Gregory Vasquez here. Just want to say I love the show, brother. Gregory, I appreciate that. We work really hard here at Chat Sports, and I know a lot of times it's not always appreciated, but we always appreciate everyone that's watching. Let's go to JT Douglas. Do not turn the lawnmower 4.0 on high unless you are a professional. Trust me, screaming balls. I mean, if you cut your balls using any of the Manscaped products, I'm telling you right now, that's a you problem. I've literally shaved my face. I've tried to cut my hand on the show. It ain't gonna happen. Not with the safeguard technology. Let's go to Juicehead89. Littleton should give back 42 to Joseph 42. Doesn't look good for a linebacker. I mean, I get that a lot of people might want Carl Joseph to wear number 42, and I think you're a little bit biased judging off your picture. But I mean, I think 42 is a cool number, and I'm okay leaving it on Corey Littleton. And actually, Littleton's going to make a bigger impact than Carl Joseph, so he gets first pick. Let's go to Brandon Castillo. I know this will probably never happen, but what would it take to trade for Tyreek Hill? If I'm the Chiefs and I'm going to trade my best offensive weapon, not named Patrick Mahomes, to my division rival, I want 3 first-round picks for him. And, to trade with interdivision rivals would be shocking. You're not going to give up Tyreek Hill, not when you have Patrick Mahomes, not when you're in a Super Bowl window. So, sorry, man, it ain't going to happen. Which UDFA has the best chance of making an impact? So, the Raiders, they've gone out and signed 10 undrafted free agents. At least that's what they did this past, 2 weeks now? Draft was 2 weeks ago? Is it? Dude, I don't even know. I blacked out after the draft. So which UDFA has the best chance of making an impact? If you're trying to struggle, figure out some of the names here, I did make a video literally the Sunday after the draft, so it would have been like May 2nd or May 3rd. I don't remember which day. May 2nd? Okay. And it's basically analysis on all 10 of the players that the Raiders signed. If you guys want to go check it out, please do. The names on here, Dylan Stoner. It's a great jersey. He's wearing number 16, by the way. Darius Stills, and then Matt Bushman, another solid name. In terms of who do I think could actually make the biggest impact, Stills is an interesting player to me. I had a round 4 grade on him. Also, somebody like Bushman could be an interesting player. Don't sleep on, oh my gosh, the running back from Wisconsin being in a halfway. Garrett Groshek, shout out to Sam for thinking of it. I was like, number 37, I couldn't figure it out. But that's another name to keep in mind. Please go check out the video. It's on the channel, youtube.com/Raiders Report. All right, let's go to our man, Joshin. Yo, Mitch, new to the show. Do you think the Raiders will sweep the Chiefs next year? I'm hoping I can hear that. I guess we'll play it by year. No, there's a chance, right? I mean, the Raiders gone out and shown that, hey, we can play with this team. They outplayed the Chiefs for 8 quarters. But the Chiefs also are going to come out with their guns blazing as well, because they realize if we sleep on the Raiders again, we're going to get our butts beat. But I appreciate that you're new to the show, and I appreciate that you're stumbling across all the things here. If you have any questions about how the show works, always hit me up, IG, Mitchell Renz 365. But sweeping the Chiefs, man, I'm going to say no. That's just not an easy thing to do. Let's go to Gregory Vasquez. Honestly feel DC is disrespected. I actually disagree. I think he is respected more than fair. It actually makes me laugh at times how much people will defend Derek Carr, because he's a good quarterback. But you also have to remember, the Raiders have taken care of this man. I mean, he got $125 million? I don't feel bad for anybody that's ever made $125 million. Some people are like, oh, he's not happy. If you're not happy, then again, I think that is a little bit more of a you problem. It goes back to Trent Brown as well. But in terms of being disrespected, Derek Carr is not a top 10 quarterback in my opinion, but yet Raider Nation treats him as this top 5 MVP type of caliber quarterback, and we need to face it. That's not what he is. He is like a game manager, a lot like what I thought Alex Smith was. Alex Smith had an MVP type of year with the Chiefs before. If you put a good roster around Carr, he can take you to the playoffs. He might even be able to win a Super Bowl with them, but he's not a top 5 quarterback. I personally don't think he's a top 10 quarterback. All right, y'all, if you don't like me, you can always yell at me at Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365. I like DC. It's the only jersey I have, but I do kind of get sick and tired of the amount of people that are just so blind to just one player, because you shouldn't be blind to a player. You should support the Shield. You should support Raider Nation. That's what I do, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of players out there that, I mean, we've already seen it, that they don't really care. They only care about themselves. But if you want to get your questions answered, and if I didn't get it on the show, you can always hit me up, IG, Mitchell Renz 365. Let's go to Untouchable Raider 1960. Should we have Mariota play more snaps, like 3-to-1 plays or even 4-to-1 plays? Thoughts? Mario is good at scrambling. He is good at scrambling. However, Derek's a lot better of a quarterback than Mariota, and a lot of times I don't agree with the idea of taking a good player off the field for a worse player. So I'm going to keep Derek on the field. If you want to bring Mariota on the field while Derek's also on there and mix things up, that gives you a lot more availability. So that I'm on board with. But if you take Derek and put him on the sideline for Mariota, that I'm not okay with. Let's go to Jose Delgado. I mean, see what's good, boss. Going to bring us next season and focus on that. Thanks. I mean, see what's good, boss. Going to bring us next season and focus on that. Gruden, Gus, Jose, I know you said another one. I'm confused by what you're asking me. So, I mean, see what's good, boss, going to bring us next season. I guess we'll figure out what's good this season and then figure out what next season brings. Is that what you're going with? I hope that's right. Jose, much love, brother. Let's go to Modelo time 15. Name a surprise offensive cut. Okay, I like this question. A surprise offensive cut. Let's go from the wide receiver position. I know they gave Zay Jones some money. I know they gave Willie Snead some money. But if you see one of these players that potentially struggle, I think Marcel Aitman's going to be out as well. It could be a guy that they move on from. Keelan Doss could be a guy they move on from. Let's go Derek Carrier, a tight end. I know some people probably want me to throw out a name like on the offensive line. The issue is the Raiders need as many offensive linemen as they can actually get. So I guess I'm going to go with one of the receivers. Let's just throw out a name. Marcel Aitman, Keelan Doss. Is that a surprise cut? I don't even know if that's surprise enough. All right, let's go to Aaron York. Raiders, do you think we are going to see a 2 running back set with Jacobs and Drake? You're going to see them implement it a little bit more. Now, do I think that Josh is still going to be the main guy, still probably going to get 15, 18 touches a game? Yes, I do. But Drake is going to come in and try to just keep them a little bit more fresh, especially for the end of the season. But you're going to see Drake be used as a joker. You're going to see him being lined up as a wide receiver. It's one of the reasons why they gave him the money they did. At least that's what John Gruden had to say. And with them probably moving on from Jalen Richard, don't be surprised if you do see some Jacobs and Drake on the field at the same time. But I do like the question a lot, but I know a lot of people out there play fantasy. I'm actually probably not going to touch either Jacobs or Drake in fantasy football because I do believe that predicting those touches is not going to be a very easy thing to do. All right, I got a super chat coming in here from Zornell Malone. Zornell, I appreciate you, my dude. And again, guys, if I don't get to your question, always hit me up, IG Mitchell Renz 365. What will be the Raiders' record next year? 9-7. I can guarantee you it will not be 9-7. Do you know why, Zornell? 17 games, my man. So either they're going to go 9-8 or 10-7 by your prediction. If you guys want me to stay live, keep sending in those supers. Next one coming in from Ignacio. Chelsea or Manchester City? Who you got, Mitch? I'm not much of a soccer fan. I did watch some games when I lived in Germany. But I got Sam. He's screaming at me Chelsea. So because Sam's producing the show, I'm going to go ahead and say Chelsea. I hope that's right. C for Chelsea, M for Manchester City. Go down in the comments. Let me know.